You guys ready for this? Some people have cooking segments. Chevis has...
how to make an alcoholic beverage segment.
My birthday was last Sunday, and I have awesome friends. There are friends that we went to Mexico with back in October, and they got me, oh wait, the biggest bottle of tequila I've ever seen in my life. Thank you, Costco. Some of you saw a picture of this on Instagram. I'm popping the top. Is that what you call it? Popping the top? The reason they got me tequila is because, well, you know.
I love it.
But it's to make palomas. You put your ice in your glass. You get your limes, okay? You pour in some tequila. That's probably more than the average person needs, but I'm only gonna make one drink, so it's gonna last me the whole time. I suppose I should also mention that this might be equivalent to, if not better than, a martini episode. Just saying. It says sea salt, but because I'm a little bougie, can you tell that we're Costco shoppers? This is Costco brand. But I'm gonna use me some pink Himalayan. You just give it a little dash, it said. I gave a good little twist there. And then here is what makes it, what did I do with my opener? Right here it is. Here is what makes a Paloma a Paloma. Squirt. Okay. Also, this is the good stuff. This is like real sugar. It's Mexican squirt made with real sugar. Any squirt works though. Now, this is the lazy person's version of a Paloma. There is a fancy recipe where you like use simple syrup and real grapefruit juice, but you know, let's see how it tastes. Yep, let's let them ice cubes melt a little in there. Thank you to Aaron and Sarah for this birthday beverage. I am super scattered. I can already tell this is gonna be a hell of an episode. That's a Chevyrell style Paloma right there. Feel free to hit pause if you happen to have some Mexican squirt in your refrigerator because, you know, I mean, who doesn't? While this is an easy recipe, not everybody has squirt, right? So if you ever go someplace and you want a Paloma, here is the even easier version, which isn't as good as squirt because you need a grapefruit soda, right? Have you ever gone to like a wedding where there's a limited bar, but they have some stuff? Here's how you make a Paloma. Instead of squirt, it's just grapefruit juice and some spray. Same thing. Trust me. So if you have I haven't even started. If you have all those ingredients, or hot tea's more your speed, or if it's Saturday morning and it's coffee time, like coffee talk, go ahead and grab your drink. You guys, hello, I am Chevyrell. I have noticed some new subscribers. If you don't know who I am and don't feel like binge watching all the episodes, however, I love it when I get messages that y'all binge watch. I just cannot even imagine that much crazy in one small period of time. Thank you very much. If you just want like a down and dirty, like who the hell is this chick, I'll put a little eye up here. I have an introduction video. My name's Chevyrell, also Chevis on my birth certificate. Usually you can be ready for a hell of a ride, but we'll see. I mean, there is tequila involved in this episode, so you guys, this episode is all the baby knits. All the baby knits and crochets. Who was I just watching? Now I forget. Oh my gosh, I can't remember who it was. A podcaster. I watch so many podcasts. Someone was doing a test knit and they said that they have determined that they work well on a deadline. And I think I do too. As they were saying it, a light bulb was going off. That's how I feel with these baby knits, because the baby shower, as some of you know, I got started way late. I had a not great start to the new year and I was in a funk. Yeah, anyway, I got a late start on the baby knits and the shower is this Sunday. This is Wednesday, the 26th or 7th of February. Well, Sunday was the 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th. Wednesday the 27th. Baby shower Sunday. I will show you what I am down to, but I'm just gonna get started. I'm already babbling and I'm gonna cut out, I think already, 982 ums, okays, buts, and so's. I'm going to try to go fast because I feel like I have a lot to talk about, and you guys know how I am with alcoholic beverages and lots of prattling. I will save all of the like non-fibery stuff till the end. Not that I have a lot of non-fibery stuff. I really do try and keep it fiber related because this is a fiber podcast, but there are things that aren't fiber related that I will blah, blah, blah. Anyway. You don't care. I'm just going to talk, and if you get bored, you can like, love you, bye. My first FO is the Rose City Rollers Littles. Aren't they cute? This pattern is by Mara Catherine Bryner. Yes, Mara Catherine Bryner. I don't remember what the yarn is. I bought it for those hodgepodge socks I think I made, or maybe it was in my stash. I don't know, but aren't they cute? This is a free pattern. These are actually the handlebars for, hey, first off, let me just say, Cade or Logan, that's my brother and his girl. If either of you are watching this, shut it off because I don't want you to, unless it's after the diaper party, which is the weekend after the baby shower. So like, I don't want any of the surprises to be ruined. These are the handlebars to the diaper cake that I made my brother. My brother is a lover of four-wheelers and mudding and country, and we, grew up on tractors and drive sticks and were farm kids, and it was fitting. So I had to make a diaper four-wheeler. I mean, come on. And then I had all this like leftover stuff because it had receiving blankets in it and I only needed 2 and it came with 5. And then I got like extra bibs because I only needed 1, and then blah, 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 blah. I had all these extra diapers that I didn't use. So, I had to do something with them. So I just made a wagon. And you probably can't see it in the picture. I added a winch. Which is it's this thing on the front with a cord that if you get stuck in the mud, that's how you pull people out. For all you city folk, I don't know how many country folk versus city folk I have watching. If you guys are interested in making one of those for your loved one, if you have any babies in your future, all I did was look it up on YouTube, and I watched probably 6 or 7 different videos. They were all different, and I just did my own thing. It's basically a hodgepodge of all these different things and then a bunch of stuff that I did on my own. Like, I don't know if you can tell or if it's even still up on the screen. The main body of the four-wheeler was this basket that you put like nipples and stuff in the dishwasher. And Kate and Logan don't have a dishwasher, so I just subbed that for like a pack of wipes. So, you have to be a little artsy and use your imagination. I used a hot glue gun on some of the stuff, not on the diapers. No worries. I did use a hot glue gun and nobody else did that, so. My grandma Nada was a lover of the hot glue gun. She passed away many years ago, but she would be jumping for joy over this happening, and I'm gonna be sure to tell my brother that there's hot glue on it. So Grandma Nada is here in spirit. Not that she wouldn't be without hot glue, but Okay, the rest of these things I already have packaged up, so I'm going to like undo them and just show you what they are. I basically have an outfit and something knit in every package. The first FO that I opened is the Pocket Fox by Spin a Yarn Crochet. And he's a stuffy, but not very stuffy. And you're supposed to, like, they show him in like a pocket of a shirt. This orange I know is Leading Men Fiber Arts. The black and the cream I've had scraps in my stash forever and ever. The only reason I know this orange is Leading Men Fiber Arts is because I bought them for those hodgepodge socks that I made. This is a free pattern. It is also one of those that you have to go to the website and there isn't like a, hey, print this pattern easy thing. And I know Tara is like my friend Tara is amazing and has told me probably more than once how you can print it easy, and you'll have to tell me again because you know me, I forgot. But isn't he cute? And then he has a little onesie with foxes on it and a little pair of aviators. And you know me. Well, some of you know me. Not everyone knows. Like, if you're a new viewer, you probably don't know, but kids aren't exactly, like, I'm not really a kid person, in case you can't tell. And that's mainly because I like to sleep in and do what I want when I want to do it. Know your limitations, people. I love other people's kids. We good. My next FO, what they call these, Blue Steps Baby Booties by Regina Willer. Aren't they cute? They're just little babies. Okay, these are also free. This is that same orange. This is, I don't know if you guys remember, Bookish Stitcher. Had a podcast. I haven't seen Jeanette. I haven't seen her in a long time. I hope she's okay. She must have stopped podcasting, and then she died, just kind of dabbled in it. She had an Etsy shop. Well, she had a contest. You submitted a picture of a colorway that you'd like to see that reminded you of summer, and I printed this like kind of cool picture. I'll see if I can find it. What makes you think of summer that you would like? And the one with the most likes on the Ravelry board, she dyed that colorway. And I think she only did a couple of them, but I absolutely love it. And that was a lot of fun. And I think that I might try and do something like that in the future, because I thought that was a cool way of doing things, because you guys picked. It was the picture with the most likes, so keep that in mind. I might steal her idea. The other thing about this is, this was a half brioche. For all you new to you people that did brioche, you did the orange stitch was the BRK, but then you just knit and purled the second one. Oh my God, you guys, this outfit is so cute. You've already seen this. I think I showed this as an FO on my last one. It's the sea monkey. But the reason that it, oh my God, this outfit, you guys look at it. They're bibs. They're so cute. These are, and look, these are top down. Also a free pattern. These are the baby Uggs by Autumn Street, and I have these stuffed with tissue so they actually look like booties. This is leftover Mineville wool project that I held, or this is DK. And then what you do, because this is a free pattern, so I'm not giving anything away, you cast on, I believe it was 16 stitches and knit 5 inches. Then you seam it and pick up along the edge and knit the booty. This green, no idea what it was, but I can tell you that it was fingering weight that I held double because I didn't have anything in DK weight that I liked. And then I ran out of the green because all of these are like scrappy-tastic finishes. So I just finished with the leftover that I had of the Mineville. And I think it's awesome. I don't like things that match. It bugs me. Like my socks, typically I don't wear my socks matching. I am not a matchy-matchy person. Then some of you have seen this on Instagram. It is still not dry, still not dry. This is the baby bunting. Everyone asked what this was, which I suppose if you never used one, you wouldn't know. It's the seatbelt hole. So it's a sack, not to be confused with a ball sack. However, Cole is a boy, and this is a sack. I have not sewn the buttons on yet, so it's not totally finished, but I'm calling it a finish because you guys aren't gonna see it after this. This is not a free pattern, and this is by Amanda Lilley. And the ones who saw this on Instagram know why this is so creepy. I blew up a balloon. So this was like laying down and there was a balloon, and every time I walked around the corner, it freaked me out because it was creepy. And then Dan made it more creepy because he drew a face on the balloon. The yarn that I used for this, it was on sale at Michael's. It's the Caron X Panton. Now, they come, did I bring that over here? Yes. It looked like a braid, but they were like this, right? They're separate. It was the color and the weight that I wanted. It is it all one? It's 60% acrylic, 20% nylon, 20% wool. And wow, this even says merino wool. It was on sale. There were 5 of these total. It was on sale for $4 a skein. It is super soft, super soft. Like, I like it a lot. It's squishy at night, even though it's still kind of damp right now. But, look. It is so splitty, and you can see I left that on purpose. There's no way, and Kate and Logan aren't gonna care. I mean, it's cute from far away, and I'm probably being my own worst critic, but you can like every single place that I sewed the ends in, you can tell. So I'm not really a fan of that. Every place where there was any sort of increase, you can tell. Like I said, there's gonna be a baby in it for like what, 5 minutes? I mean, how long will he be in this really? But it's cute, and the reason that I bought this yarn, well, first off, I get, let me, hold on, let me just take another drink. The reason that I bought this is because it was on sale for $3.97 a skein. This one happens to be all the same color. So this line, I mean, look at this. It comes with, it had all these tags on it when you bought it. So it was like something like that. The other ones, and see how it has the 5 balls. They're meant for color work, right? Like, so it shows a hat. There's like every one of the little balls were a different color except for this gray. So there was like a purple, pink, green, and gray one. You get what I'm saying? Well, they were for like color work. And after using it, you can tell where every end is woven in. And they like unweave themselves. And I mean, I weave my ends in pretty good, but you know, the ends stick out. So that's probably why it's on sale for $3.97 a skein, but it's not on sale on their website. They want like $6, $7, $8 a skein for it on their website. So beware if you see this on sale. It's very soft. It's very nice. And if you don't care if the ends peek out, then that's fine. See? I mean, I suppose on an inside of a hat, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, especially if it was yours and you were a knitter. Kate and Logan are extremely knit-worthy. I mean, my brother is 34. Is he 34? He was born in 84, right? Yeah, 34. Yeah, he's 34. That was way harder than it should have been. He still has the same wallet that he got when he was 16. Not even kidding. Extremely knit-worthy. He has a hat that I bought him when he was like 16 still, and he wears it. It's his work hat. It was I got it at like Hollister or Abercrombie or something, and it's knit color work, which is so funny. It was long before I even started knitting that I bought him that hat. But very knit-worthy. My last FO is the Corner to Corner blanket by Shea Leonard. This was, what was this? This is a mix of super bulky yarn that I had in my stash for other commission projects. I think that I actually had started this on the last podcast and I forgot to put a marker in as to where I was. I think I was like right here or something. This is it. I did block color because I don't like stripes. This is all washable. I did put my tag on it. I don't know if, have I ever shown this on the podcast? I don't remember. Here, let me come back here. So it's so thick that I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, moms, because you know, I know nothing. But I'm thinking like if you're holding a baby and you need to like leave, like you could pick this blanket up and it's big enough that, or thick enough that you're not gonna fight it. You know what I mean? It's kind of heavy. Like I said, it extremely knit-worthy. They'll use it. Those are all my FOs. Sorry that I like get blown out I record on my iPhone. I don't have some fan dance camera. Sorry if it bothers you. Hey, guess what time it is?
Whips!
My first whip, because I only have 2. Do I only have 2? I only have 2. This is Crinkle Crinkle. The vanilla is the new black pattern, and that is by Ann Fletcher. Unless that's not pronounced Ann, I apologize. Look at this heel. I showed this on the last episode, but I'm showing it again. I think that heel's awesome. These are Dan socks. The yarn is a whimsical wood yarn, and the colorway is creepy ass. Dan picked it. Here again, I did not mark where I was the last time. Really? Really? I think I was like somewhere in here-ish, right? Okay, so then I finished the cuff, but I went to a movie. So I started a second one. and I've gotten this far. I'm just going to continue on this until I get the rest of this done, and then I'm gonna knit both of the heels at the same time. That's the plan. I also never mention this. I'm knitting these on a size, I think they're ones, Knit Picks. I don't ever mention my needle, not ever. I rarely mention what kind of needles I'm using and what the size is, because when other people do it, no disrespect, but when other people do it, it doesn't really, like, it's not something that I'm like, oh yeah, she did it on a size 2, so I'm gonna. I guess I don't feel like what I'm knitting it on would pertain to, like, would help you guys. I basically just follow the pattern, and sometimes, because I'm a really tight knitter, I will go up a size. I always gauge swatch on my sweaters because my gauge is always so off. So that's why I typically don't say what needle size I'm on. Sorry if you guys care about that. I mean, there are so many more podcasters who are so much more professional than I am. I kind of feel like you don't really come here for professionalism. Just a guess. Just guessing. My next whip, and this is my last baby item. Let me think here. So today's Wednesday. I need to finish this and sew the buttons on that bunting and get stuff wrapped. So I'm fine, I'm good. This is the Rattle Bunny 2-legged, okay? I was gonna make a rattle, right? Because it says Rattle, but nowhere, this is also a free pattern. This pattern is by Lucia Lanukas. I think I'm saying that right, but you know me. I apologize if I'm completely botching that. But I feel like it's pronounced Lucia because it's like Lucius, but Lucia, which I love. I love that name. Anyway, free pattern by her. I picked it because I thought that it was a rattle, which I suppose I could have put a rattle in, but there was no instructions like what to use or anything, so I just made it. I have an earless bunny currently. I have one ear. Hold on. Here's the ear, okay? So all I need to do is make the other ear, which I'll totally make tonight. I can totally do that tonight. She says as she's soaked in tequila. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. If you look on here, that's all normal color, right? Which obviously I switched it up. I put a little X on his eye. She did not have an X and I used orange. Because I don't like things matchy-matchy, I think I'm going to knit a black ear, but then like that much of the tip of it, I'm gonna make the color of his pants. And then I might sew something on his butt, like a little heart or something. I don't know. Maybe a little, I don't know. I might do something cute on his butt. I haven't decided yet. But I can totally do this, you guys. Operation Baby Knits is almost complete. And that's the end of my knitting. The only non-baby thing that I'm knitting are Dan's socks. This thing. Do you guys use these? Does anyone use these? Like outside of the store? And then, am I the only one that keeps them on there and asks herself why every single time she wears it? No. Every single time I wear it, you guys. I ask myself every effing time, why is this still here? That thing. Here, let me find the other one. Why is this still here? Do you guys do it? Do you do it too? Where is it? I know it's in here somewhere. Did I cut that one out? Ugh. It's lucky. It'll live to see another day because I can't find it. Why? Why do they have those things in there? I like the plastic ones because you can just rip those out. Those you gotta cut. Nobody should be hanging sweaters up anyway. It's bad for them. My next section is gifts because people are flipping amazing. For those of you who watch Leslie, which is, oh, you know what? All of those things, do you guys remember on my last podcast? Leslie and Barbara from Flame and Fiber, Leslie from Not Quite Enough Yarn, and Barbara from Flame and Fiber are doing a stash down Cal. Shit. Craft from your stash. I'll do the thingy up here. I want to say tag it, and it's not tag it. My last episode has all the particulars on their make-along, which is, the hashtag is, I want to say craft from your stash, but that sounds too long. I'll put it down here. But it says Cal, but it's a make-along. Basically, the rules are you had to cast it on this year, but all of the yarn had to be in your stash last year. All of these baby knits would apply for that. So I should include that hashtag when I post them on the Instagrams. I'll need to remember to do that. I don't enter anything because I'm lazy. But I am knitting them in, like, I want to say in memory, and that's not right either. The main thing is, if you are knitting anything this year with yarn that you had in your stash last year, you guys need to go enter their make-along. And it's not just knitting. I keep saying knitting. It's not just knitting. It's anything. Anything you're doing. Go check it out. Anyway, how I got there is Leslie from Not Quite Enough Yarn, who is across the pond and is awesome. And I hope to meet in person one day. Just recently knit the Sweetest Sleeper by Simply Sycamore for a friend of hers, and it is like a onesie. Like it's like footy pajama. It's sort of like, well, I'll put a picture in. It appears to be for those cute little baby pictures when they're newborns, when you like roll them up in a ball like a baby toad and take pictures of them. It's something like that. She gifted me that pattern because I said how cute it was, and she's an amazing person. So I will be knitting that for Cole. I have not picked the yarn yet, and because I ran out of time for the baby shower, I'm going to knit it for when he's born instead, which his due date is in April. I got plenty of time. But thank you very much, Leslie. You are amazing, and I'm super excited. If any of you have yarn suggestions, I would like it to be, it's a DK weight, and I would like it to be on the less expensive side because, you know, he's only going to have his picture taken in it. I'm guessing he's not going to be like out gallivanting around in it, you know, how babies gallivant. So I need a soft, washable DK weight. Thanks for your help in advance. My next gift is from Sierra. I cannot even believe this, you guys. Okay, first off, y'all know that I read tarot. If you're new here, I read tarot. I love it. It's sort of my gig. At least it has been for the last couple years. I'm by no means professional. I have, if I remember, I'll put that little eye up here. I have a tarot video if y'all want to learn a little bit more about that or dabble in it or kind of see what, even if you don't want to learn tarot, and you're like, how the hell does tarot work? Like, that's a good video to watch. Anywho, Sierra also reads tarot, and she messaged me and asked if I would be interested in a couple decks that she was not jiving with. I am a big believer in karma. I'm also a big believer in the universe brings you things that it wants you to see. One of the decks that she was not jiving with was the Native American deck. For those of you who are veterans to the podcast, when I reached 1,000 subscribers, I did a giveaway. In that giveaway, which the thread is still on Ravelry, on that giveaway, I asked for, sorry, I'm a babbler. I have to give the backstory here. We are in my stuff room. For those of you who are new viewers, this is the stuff room. This room is filled with a lot of old things and family heirlooms. I'm extremely sentimental. I'm extremely into family and history, and I know like my great-great-grandparents' names and where they came from, and it's something that I very much enjoy. And it's not just my own history. I enjoy everyone's history. So the prompt that I had for this 1,000 subscriber giveaway is for you to post something that was an heirloom that you hold dear and cherish in your heart throughout your family, you know, something with a story behind it. There were tons of great entries. If you guys like any of those things, please go check out that thread. I'll link it in the profile. I'll link it down below. I'll link it in the description below. For those of you who are interested, you can go look at those pictures. It was a lot of fun. perhaps my favorite entry in that thread was from Jolene. She's out on the West Coast, and her husband's grandpa is full-blood Pomo Indian. She submitted a picture of a Native American basket, which the Pomo Indians were known for. I'll link that episode as well for any of you who are interested in that history. It brought tears to my eyes. There was something about it that just hit me. She posted a picture of this basket. It's been a while, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think it was his great-grandma or great-great-grandma that hand wove this basket. And just to think of the hands that touched that basket and what that basket saw was awesome to me. And just, I went and did all this research on Pomo Indians after that. So when Sierra says there are these 2 decks that I'm not connecting with, I don't even remember what the other deck was, but the first deck was Native American, and I was like, I have to. I need it. I am listening to the universe. So she asked for my address. I gave it to her. She's like, I'm totally sending it to you, you guys. First off, this is what the package looks like. Look how cute that is. She drew me a sheepy Olive. It's Olive wearing a sheep costume. How cute is that? Then all I'm thinking that I'm getting is the deck. This is what I get. Not only do I get the deck, this is her hand spun, she made a pouch. Now, I don't know if she made this specifically for me or not. She could have made it for herself for this deck and just included it with it. But how awesome is that? And I asked her, I said, is that hand spun? Because that seems like it's hand spun. And she said, yeah, it's her first, some of her first hand spun. And she did it on her spindle. Now, this is not a Rider-Waite Smith deck. This is different. It still has the same 4 suits, wands, pentacles, cups, and swords, but the cards are not. Actually, they call cups chalices. Oh, isn't that pretty? The artwork is almost like watercolor, and there's lots of animals. I have a lot to learn with this. There's badgers. I have a lot to learn because they're so different, but I'm very excited, and there is an awesome place in my tarot collection for this deck. On top of that, she sent me stitch markers. Awesome stitch markers. Look. They're little skulls, a whole bunch of them. They're awesome. So thank you so much, Sierra. I love it. I love it. Then more tarot stuff. Elizabeth sent me a tarot book. She's like, hey, I have a little something for you. I want to send it to you in the mail. Brian is her boyfriend that did the wood burning, the Chevyrell's podcast on the last episode. He wood burnt me that sign. So I'm excited. Thank you so much. People are freaking awesome. Then my last gift is from some of my parents. I don't know who. I get money for my birthday, and this was my birthday money that I spent it on. You know my girls, Michelle and Leslie, Knotty Knit Wits. Michelle ordered soap from Black Fizzle on Etsy, and they have a discount code. So go check them out. Find out the discount code. I think it's 10 or 15%. I can't remember now. But I love handmade soap, and I was out. And I always like trying new stuff. So this is what I get. It's Black Fizzle. I'll link it. It comes with all the noodles. And I don't know if it's because I ordered 6 bars, but she sent me a poof. Oh wait, do I have 7 bars? Oh, she sent me an extra soap too. I didn't order this. Sea kelp. Sea salt soap. That's an extra. But they're really pretty. Black Betty, and then they have this cool design. Oh, you guys. So she has a ton of stuff. So if you're into soap, now I haven't used it yet, but I can tell you these all smell absolutely amazing. Michelle Pierce, owner and artisan. So go check her out if you like soap. These soaps smell amazing. Next is a question. As I've said before, I watch tons of podcasts, and I watch a podcast called Knitting I Love. That's Barbara. She's over in Ireland, and she's awesome. She also makes super cool things. I placed an order from her shop, so you'll see that stuff hopefully the next time I record. I did get an email that it's on its way, but it's coming from Ireland, so who knows how long that takes. I'll still link her podcast down below. Well, I'll link her website down below, and you can find her shop and her YouTube podcast and all that on her website. I was watching her last episode, and there was this I commented that there was this really cool like mandala thing behind her, and she said, I think she said her mom made it for her. And then she said something about, you know, it's one of those things that I could make but really have no desire to make. Here's the question. What do you have that you could totally do yourself but really like have no desire to do yourself but that you love? This is my answer. And I feel guilty as hell about it. You guys, I'm not an embroiderer. I mean, I'm doing it. This is old school. Some of you veterans still recognize it. I was trying to teach myself how to embroider. This is called a stitch sampler, a drop cloth sampler by Rebecca Ringquist. They are awesome. I love them. I'm just not an embroiderer. Now, I will finish this, and I don't know if you can see it, but this is stamped, right? So gosh, don't lose my needle. So you put the stitches over the stamp. I will finish it, but I really have no desire to embroider again. Now, cross stitch, I love cross stitch. Embroidering is just, I don't know, I don't love it. So that's my answer to the question. Then I wanted to tag somebody, but I can't pick. So I'm gonna put it on you guys. Tag a podcaster that you wanna know their answer to that question. Also, go hit up Barbara. She's cool. Love her podcast and her makes. So be on the lookout for that next podcast. I got some pretty things from her. As many of you know, the New to You mail ended on February 14th. It was awesome. I so enjoyed seeing everybody's makes. At Orange Genius, she won the big prize, which was a prize from all the podcasters that were involved. I think it was somewhere between 12 and 14. And then at CJ's Creative Life, who is CJ, is the one that I picked for my winner. I did post that on Instagram for those of you who did not see it. I did a live story on that. CJ does know that her gift's coming. I'm such a slacker and have still not sent it. Work stuff happened and excuses, I know. But trust me, CJ knows it's coming. I've been in contact with her. Actually, she may even get it by the time I get this edited and put up. I don't know. But it was super fun. Thank you so much to everyone who participated in that. Also, thank you to Liz and Leanne, who are the ones who came up with the awesome idea for the make-along. They are sisters, and they host the podcast Cocktail Hour at the Coop. Go check them out. They will be linked. I'm actually going to link a specific episode of theirs or a specific podcast of theirs. No, it'd be episode of theirs. For those of you who enjoy the animal aspect of our craft, their parents own an alpaca farm, and Liz just did a video where they were doing herd care. It was awesome. You got to see the alpaca, and they were doing vaccines, and they were loving on them, and it was a really fun episode. So I'm going to link that for those of you who like the animal part of our fiber world. It's a really good episode. If not, go check out their other episodes. They're all good. That episode that Liz did with the fur babies is super awesome. And yes, I know it's not fur. It is fiber. I'm aware. I hate it when muggles call it fur. Oh, do you spin fur? I mean, I can spin fur, but I don't. I spin fiber. You need to educate yourself. I'm almost done. I knew this was going to be long. My last fibery thing on the podcast is this year I am only planning on going to one Fiber Festival. I know, but it's good. It's a good thing. The reason that I'm only choosing to go to one is because this is the year of the kitchen. So eventually we are going to start our kitchen remodel. For those of you who have ever done that before, you know how not inexpensive it is. And we are really buckling down this year. So we are not going to be going on trips. I'm not going to be going to fiber festivals. I'm not going to Allegan. I'm not going to Yellow Springs, at least as of right now. You know that those are some of my favorites. The one that I am choosing to go to is YarnCon in Chicago. That is April 6th and 7th. So if you all are planning on going to that, I'll link it down below. Their website is on top of it. They have a vendors list if you want to go check out some of the vendors that are going. I will be there. I hope that you guys have planned some of your fiber events for the year. And I look forward to meeting some of you at YarnCon. And I also look forward to getting a new kitchen. Some non-fibery things, which some of you might not care about, but you know me, I'm just gonna tell you anyway. For my birthday, Dan got me tickets to the Oddities and Curiosities Expo, I think it's called, or Curiosities and Oddities. I think it's Oddities and Curiosities Expo in Columbus sometime in May. I'm really excited about it. I'll link it. There's like creepy stuff like doll heads and, you know, weirdo things that I love. So if any of you are in the Columbus area and plan on going to that, I will be there. The other non-fibery thing that I want to mention that I have no idea how I stumbled upon, do not know. There is a YouTube channel called Curiosity Incorporated. It is actually a dude by the name of Alex, and he owns a store, an antique store in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, named Curiosities Incorporated, or Curiosity Incorporated. I think it's Curiosity Incorporated. So I started watching this video. Alex bought a hoarder's house, and it's outside of Edmonton. You guys, I am totally invested in this venture. He did a great job at videoing this. Now, for those of you who get like verklempt by hoarder situations, you might not want to watch it. But he's very respectful. The lady who owned the house is in her 90s. Her family sold the house, and she was a potter. So the first few episodes, I'll tag the very first episode that starts from the beginning. And then you'll have, if you're interested, then you'll go to his YouTube channel and watch them in order. But the first few videos start out as just him going through this house. You veteran viewers know I'm extremely sentimental. All of that stuff is very heartfelt to me. And to watch him go through basically this woman's life was totally fascinating and at the same time heartbreaking, because these were all things that were so important to her. I basically started crying when he ran across a bunch of pictures, and I was worried. Sorry, Olive's barking. And I was immediately like, you need to give those back to the family. No worries. Spoiler alert. Later on, he does give all of the family like photos and albums and things. He does give back to the family. When this first started, at the beginning, she was a fairly famous potter, a well-known artist in that area, and the family did not want her name mentioned on this YouTube video. Well, then I think after, this is speculation, after they saw like how he was doing the videos, I think they changed their mind, and he goes to the nursing home and interviews her and puts that up, and it was awesome. So if you guys are into that sort of thing, it's really cool. You kind of follow along with him going through the house, and then you get to meet Mary, who was the potter, and you get to see her artwork. And he reaches one point, he found all this clothing, and I mean, this clothing is, you know, from the 50s until 20 years ago or whenever she moved out of the house. And I thought of, is it Squidly Knits? Oh, there's 2 gals that go to Rhinebeck that dress vintage all the time. The other one has short red curly hair and it starts with a B. I'll put their profiles down here. If you guys like to see vintage fashion, they dress vintage fashion. It's awesome. And when he was going through those clothes, I thought they would love to go there and check out the clothes. And he found a bunch of old vintage like McCall's patterns, and is it Butterick patterns? It's just really neat. If you're into that sort of thing, go check that out. I'll link it below. I am going to end there. I have some up and coming things now that I'm done with the baby knits and can kind of focus on different areas that I was going to talk about, but I'm going to save that for next time because this is so long. You know I like to talk a lot, and now I get to edit a lot. So anyway, I'll talk about the other stuff next time. I promise. As always, thank you for your time. Thank you for stopping by. For those of you who have made it this long, please like, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. And until we meet again, later. I said I was only gonna have one, but I think I might go make another one.